Alright, hello and welcome to Aorta. I got a 3K 4v4 here and I'm doing something a little different this time, and actually different, not trolling like I usually am when I say that. I'm doing viewer games. I set up a Discord because one guy asked if I'd host games for viewers, and yeah, sure, why not? So that's what we're doing. There's some non-viewers in here, but there are definitely some viewers as well. We didn't have enough interest to make it all you, dear viewer. But a lot of people are, like Crow is for sure, and Waterfish is, and I really should have actually looked at the names of everyone who's coming to this, but I did not. Also, I think some people's Discord names and their Steam names are different. So, alright. Dropping down with the OSP team. Little Tug, Kampfgruppe, Flincher. I think Flincher's one of our guys too. Anus, lovely, thank you. Got a roll off 3. Some 250 nipple guns. Wow, why do I keep clicking off of these? T20. I'm guessing all of these are the same. Yeah. Grazer for PD. 6 Pilums. Okay, that's quite a fleet. This is going to be hard to use, but if he uses it well, it can dish out a lot of damage. I've seen some very dangerous Tug fleets, and I think we have as well. One of my recent videos should have had that. I also don't know what the schedule is going to be for these. Okay, sprint mines. That's a lot of mines. Shiva the Unhinged is what we should call this man. 215 sprint mines. That's going to ruin potentially an entire team's life, especially if they got 2 battleships. Those aren't going to be able to dip out quickly. Oh my. I kept it mediocre. What are you bringing to the party? Dup. Is both double-sided? Oh my. Double-sided C65s with rapid cyclers for fast fire rate. I hope this guy's doing the flip strats, where you fire one broadside and then flip your ship and then fire again. Because that is a lot of potential firepower. It requires a little micro, but if you can do that, oh man, it is devastating. What kind of escorts you got? Point defense escorts. Okay, and a little scout. Oh man, I have to sneeze. No, okay, it's gone. Crow bringing the single-sided broadside with some ammo elevators, a little more common. Have an arrangement on these, and he can bring 3 of them. Put more guns to target at once. I don't know how it's going to stack up reload-wise. And he's bringing a Tug with a Bloodhound and a pinpoint. Nice. Let's take a look at ANS team. Got a gunned up Solomon. We've seen how menacing these can be. Oh yes, very excited to see more people playing Solomons, especially when it was common knowledge for a long time that they sucked, because those people are wrong. They're fine. E-War Reigns and a Scout with some good guns on it. This could be very dangerous if any naked scouts are floating around. I think the OSP had 2 nearly naked scouts. Wonderfish also bringing a battleship with an absurd amount of guns. Oh no. Oh, this is not enough PD, buddy. Actually, it's gonna pay off because the OSP doesn't have any dedicated missile ships.
The enemy secured zone Dagger.
It might not pay off if he runs into any sprint mines, but this ship is going to be able to tear the Tug fleet apart. And the bulkers. Those Mark 62s will do good damage against those low armor opponents. Though not if he's just firing RPF. Ooh. I'm gonna be firing either pure HE out of 120s or really I'd prefer AP, because it's those shells are kind of small. I don't have a good pin. And we got a point defense range, so he's outsourced his point defense. Okay, that works. That's a little more acceptable. Sarissa's Up here, Spotlight, Illuminator, and Sarissa's. This thing, well, could be an absolute menace, but again, the OSP team did not bring that much in the way of missiles, which I'm not used to at all. Again, oh boy. Why are you like this? We have a Frig Blob out of our residential Silly Billy with a whole lot of Type 2 missiles. What the fuck? That's so many? How did you fit all these? He's already firing. And Mark 61s, man, these things are gonna be the real menace. These are gonna give the Tugs a run for their money. This also might just kill the Tugs, because those grazers that the Tugs have for defense are not going to cut it against this barrage of Type 2s. So we need to take a look at Aussie Mutt. It's bringing a fairly standard Axford. Guns, oh, missiles actually, Type 3 missiles, so less than standard. Oh, these were track fired though, so they're all gonna slam into this wall. Oopsie. 6 grazers can definitely have handle one single Type 2. Yeah, don't track fire your missiles, folks. I was talking with one of the guys. This Crow before this about missile use and point defense. And yeah, it's important to. Oh, this got tagged by one. I think. It's important to not track fire your missiles, to use that guidance. It can be very tempting to do so. Let's go to one of the rocks. He's noticed, specifically I was talking to him, and he's noticed that I make that comment a lot, that and how point defense is not optional. All these things are correct. Okay, this is complete overkill. But it's fine, I guess. Because these things do have a ton of missiles, yeah. I don't even know if they're gonna... Yeah, it's looking like they're sniffing them. A couple of them are sniffing the decoy. Yeah, a lot of them sniff the decoy. And Jeff. But the shuttle is dead, that's for sure. Got the alpha cap off. OSP's head-on caps are not quite ahead on points, but they'll be catching up. Especially, where are these going? I have no idea what these are doing. Is the core plan of these to use the missiles, not to use the guns and support with the missiles? Yeah, it's gotta be. Since they're flying to the back here. That's so weird. EWAR Tug. EWR Tug. I should say. Scanning so hard looking for opponents. I think he's found these guys. No one's lit up except for this battleship. Who is also staying off. A&S team playing extremely passively. Very strange. Yeah, no one wants to get ambushed, I guess. OSP team. Okay, we got one guy burning forward. These guys, yeah, they're doing exactly what they need to be doing, pushing. Well, honestly, with the way the caps are, the OSP team would probably be better off getting positions around this little thing here, and then just sort of forcing the A&S to come to them, because they don't have to push. They're up on caps. A&S has the onus to move, and this Solomon bravely burning forward, heading towards that alpha cap. Maybe might be reorienting over here to fight this team. I'm gonna drive you in here. The big yard. Oh my. Yeah, and this thing's getting hit on broadsides by 2 fleets worth of Bulker 450 casemates. And presumably using AP rounds. Hopefully using AP rounds. I'm going to be very disappointed if people are using HE. What? That's HE. I don't know. He's using AP, nice. Oh, buddy, you did not bring enough munitions? Oh no. Captain Mediocre is gonna run out of bullets before this fight's over. And the barrage of missiles coming in, but I think this group, there's enough of them in the same area that those missiles aren't really gonna do much. Man, look at how much damage the Solomon is taking. That shows you the power of bow tanking. If this thing had its nose pointed towards the front, it would not have probably even half this damage. But oh, and its drive is critting. Could be real bad if the player doesn't manage his DC teams. Yeah, see, all these guys are real close together, so their point defense is supporting each other. Very nice. Very nicely done. I don't know if they're coordinating or what, but this is extremely well played right now. Out of Mediocre and I think Crow, actually. Yeah. Most excellent. Solomon deciding he doesn't want any of that. He's dipping behind cover. 2 crits on that reactor right now. Or drive. Trying to repair his lockup radar. That's probably a good idea. Gonna need to repair his drive as well. Assuming he can turn these crits off in time. Or repair these crits? Yeah, turn them off. Just go to the switch and say, hey, we don't want to explode, and hit the button. Someone's missing. The Frig Blob going to be taking fire from the 450s, but I don't think... Oh, no. It's the Scout. 450s complete overkill against the Reigns, but unlike missiles, their relative stockpile of munitions is significantly higher. King's Bane from Captain Mediocre taking some damage from those missiles. Void's Guillotine also taking a little bit of damage from missiles, as well as some gunshots earlier. So a couple of those getting through. Not that many. What is this? So Bravo is safe. Might be a little too safe. While I respect it, unfortunately no one's going around the backside. Oh my god, that's only half. Okay, so yeah, it's fine then. Mining off the backside to keep it safe. Unfortunately, the ANS, unfortunately for that player, I should say, the ANS is being pretty passive, so they're probably not going to run into those mines. Ooh, Tug Team going around the backside, catching out this off-center scout. They can take down these illuminators. That might be a big problem for Neo Goner. I don't know if he needs illumination, or if he just has this because he thinks that it makes it easier to hit things. Yeah, that looks like that's what he has this for. That's not what illuminators do. They're for semi-active. They don't... I'm real sure they don't increase your accuracy. Or your ability to see things. Another scout ship. About to be getting rectorinoed. I think these are burning just a little too far forward. They're dipping out of their friend's PD net. And I don't think these are going to have enough point defense on their own to deal with those. Fortunately, it seems like they're just going to miss. Yep, they're just going to miss. Neo Goner, the Frig Blob. King is having some real problems getting his missiles to target. This guy, yeah, we're seeing the problem with shooting sprinters with 450s. Well, obviously, you know, shooting it is a good idea when you have these ships over here anyways. This isn't exactly the optimal weapon. Those punch-throughs are doing so little damage. Tug Team moving around, still firing on things. Gonna get caught out by this Axford, unfortunately. Axford's gonna have just a little more firepower. Well, yeah, okay, on the top. Unfortunately, both his guns are on the top, which means he's going to be taking fire from a bad angle, and none of these 250s are going to ping. They're all going to pin. No deflections at this flat angle. The missile on the bottom. The missile, if you're watching this, Aussie Mutt, you really want to put the missile on the backpack here so that you can point your bow. You put your guns here, you point your front towards the enemy, and they'll be shooting at you at this angle. And it's a lot harder to hit and do good damage because there's significantly more armor, and the armor is angled from that angle. Although, he's doing pretty well anyways. He's taking more damage than he needs to, but one of these tugs is out of the fight effectively. He's switched to the other one too. Very nice. Firing torpedoes. Oh, right. These have those. Probably should have fired them earlier, but that's fine. Oh, Type 3s with terminal maneuvers. That can't be cheap. Now we're gonna get cleaned up by this Axford? Yep. Okay, let's see where these are going. Up on a target that has no point defense. This poor Tog. They're gonna miss! Okay, so yeah, these do require illumination, and he's not using his illuminator. Either that or they just don't have a guidance package. Yeah, because see, these are homing on.
The enemy is securing zone
So they are semi-actives. Just keeps using them without the illuminator for some reason. Yeah, semi-actives require the illuminator to home, by the way. And you can see that's quite devastating when used correctly, and when not, it, so this thing could have been dead. But instead it just took a few out of this volley. It's, I guess, track fired. And if that player had dodged at all, it would have been fine. Wonderfish, burning towards Alpha. Jamming. Trying to get something done. Flincher's little tug sortie here is about to be finished off. Battle show your grazers. Battle show your grazers. No. Alright, this thing is still technically alive, but I have a feeling it's going to be going down real quick.
secured zone Eclipse.
In the meantime, though, we'll be shooting and dealing damage, which is nice. OSP have taken Eclipse. In the meantime, the other little tug group has taken a completely open Echo, being covered by the gunships out of Mediocre. Presumably, they've been shooting at things over here, and I haven't been paying attention to them. Obviously, this hasn't exploded yet. Surprised he didn't fix his drive. Drives are like extremely high priority. Front towards enemy now. So this will be taking significantly less damage than it was in the last engagement. He's trying so hard to get angled. Even with drives, or the even with the yard drives, or the fat yard drives, that's what these have on them. Bulkers still struggle so hard to get their guns to target. You really gotta micro those, and it's tough. It's real tough. That's why I was so surprised seeing the double-sided casemates, because that adds even more micro, because now you need to flip to get the most out of your guns. But this player hasn't been doing that. So that's a lot of wasted points. You'd be better off dumping the guns and replacing... And you could probably drop some of your reactors and reactor boosters and replace those with ML elevators. Get better reload times overall. Although having them on both sides does mean you have to do less micro in case your angling is weird coming into a fight. It's less likely that you're going to have to flip your ship completely around to be able to fire. So I guess I can understand it, but that's a significantly less efficient way to play. And I like efficiency. Man, no braking thrusters left, really, except for these two. Oh, and this one down here, on the Solomon, burning forward as previously stated. Probably too aggressively, but it's paying off, especially now that he's bow tanking. These tugs just took a volley of missiles from the Frigg Blob. killing one. This one's significantly damaged. I'm firing at the Solomon, but this thing has enough point defense that the pylons aren't going to be able to do it. And it's covered by the Sarissa, and the RPF are going directly into the back of the Solomon. Amazing. The Tugs, on the other hand, don't. I think a lot of these are going for the dead one. Oh, just one of them. Okay. The others went into the now dead one. Just one remaining. I think you'd get more efficacy out of this fleet, Flincher, if you kept them together. Because if all these ships were together and firing at the same target, oh boy. That is a lot of damage coming out. Point defense would also be more effective. This guy's firing at the Solomon. Which is taking very little damage because it's about tanking Solomon. And I still think this guy's firing his HE rounds. He's firing AP now. Well, some of his ships are firing AP. But you really don't want to be firing high explosives at Solomons unless they've been softened by plasma. Beam on the bottom gun. Oh no. This team getting some use out of the other side of their guns. And this, I don't think it's going to happen, but I really want the Solomon to head towards Bravo and get blown the fuck up. This guy's just chilling over here and minding the point off. He knows what he's about. Unfortunately, as previously stated, I don't think anyone's actually going to make it over there. This might. In fact, that's exactly what's going to happen. This is going to pop over this ridge and get plaqued by Sprinter mines, which is pretty dang funny. Sprinter getting killed by Sprinters. This beam, an absolute menace to the OSP team. RPF not being very effective, but these missiles certainly will be. Oh boy. Oh god, look at that damage. I'm surprised it didn't kill the CIC. Oh, there he goes. What does that even mean? Yeah, that thing's dead. See you later. Whew. It's actually amazing how well the two teams did point defense wise when they were near each other. They pretty much shut down these missiles, but now that they don't get to double dip from 2 fleets worth of PD, neither is able to defend against the missiles. It's pretty brutal. I don't think these are eliminated properly. No, they're not. So if this guy moves, move your ship! Move your ship! Okay, well, those are gonna miss anyways. They don't have enough range. Interesting. Solomon taking fire from multiple sides. Beam got taken down by Mediocre. Mediocre taking counterfire from the other Solomon. Papa J and Wonderfish. Certainly the MVPs of this team. Oh, this Frig Blob has been doing work too. I think pretty much everyone on this team is gonna even. Except for maybe Tomahawk. I haven't really seen him been firing. Or Azimut. He has been firing apparently. He must have added some maces into these. There's the dead Sprinter. We know what happened to you. Busy map. Busy match. Very busy match. I like it. Real happy with this. It's part of the reason why I wanted to do this. And, well, I'll talk about that more later. This thing's dead. Yeah. How? How does it have any parts surviving? I mean, it is dead, obviously. But I'm amazed that it has anything surviving. These missiles must have really small warheads. Might explain how he was able to get them so cheap. Missile warhead pricing is weird. The Solomon taking broadsides from both sides. Or maybe soon to be both sides. This one's having trouble orienting. A lot of trouble orienting. He's not really sure which one he wants to fire at. If If you can fire at one of them at a time, blast this one and then blast that one. Be good use of your reload times. Ton of damage coming out of Crow's team. Now that he's run out of HE and is using AP. Yeah, amazing the weapons that are meant to penetrate armor do better against the target with an absurd amount of armor. Oh yes, look at them. Look at them. Both of Captain Mediocre's bulkers are down. Pushed a little far forward and got crossfired by Solomon's. Unfortunate. Unfortunate loss. He's providing cover. I mean, they capped Echo. It's probably going to be a... They have another ship coming over to Bravo to try and cap. Another ship destined for death. Did that just go into this? Yeah. So it's already dead ship. Oh, no. It wasn't dead. It was just killed. Gotcha. I thought this thing was already dead. No, it's this that is already dead. I came over here. They look kind of like the same ship to me. Yeah, unfortunately, these little PD shuttles are desperately trying to cap Alpha, but they're also in full view of the entire enemy fleet. Oh my. That's a lot of ordnance.
20 minutes remain.
So desperately. Alright, I want to get over here and watch this thing explode since we missed the last one explode. I wonder what's on Bravo. Why did that sprinter explode? Surely you got all the mines. No. Dude, you have no idea. This guy brought nothing but mines, and he spent all of his mines on this one single spot. Because he's completely unhinged. And there goes that shuttle. Some gunfire coming in. To the Cannibal Express! Send my body to Arby's. Ah, I see. That's where that joke came from. Microscopic slices of meat. Lovely. Just lovely. Nothing but the most high quality, high class of players here at Dark's Coliseum. Good damage coming in off those missiles. Those are missiles coming in from the Axford, I think, since they were fired in such small quantities. These reinforced CICs going down. That's fucking sucks. It's so unlucky. I never see this. That's why I encourage reinforced CICs on pretty much every ship that you want to not die instantly, because they're really hard to kill, but just all the fire got concentrated around that one spot. And got taken out before any of the rest of the stuff. I'd be really mad if I was this guy right now. I'd be very unhappy. Because that's not how that's supposed to work at all. But sometimes that's how war goes. Swoosh. Oh, I think they're gonna hit this Doug. Yeah.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Dead. Just dead. This team doing better than I expected. Why is this rain so slow? I want to see you explode. Why are you slower than a freaking container vessel? What is going on here? Do you have a Prowler? Yeah, that's why. Well, the Prowler is cute. He's got his radar turned off, so he doesn't know, and his comms, so he doesn't know that this thing is dead. Maybe he definitely doesn't know that there's a bunch of mines up here. I'm gonna be sneaky and Cap Bravo. Well, I got some extremely bad news for you, Chefo. Yeah, he has no idea. Oh, the defender, the Stonewall sees it. These are sprint mines, my dude. Wanna watch this thing explode? We got more missiles coming in. I don't think they're gonna have an angle for the Cannibal Express, though. Nah, looks like they're just going off this. He's throwing on the brakes. He sees them. He doesn't want none of that. Come on, get within range. Ah, damn it, he's gonna make it out. That sucks. I was really looking forward to watching this Reigns get killed by a Solomon killing volume of missiles. And if he had come over the under the thing over here instead of over here, which funnily enough this should be a generally better spot to be, just because of how this cover is, you could easily dip behind this if things got hairy. But he didn't do that. Played suboptimally, and it paid off. He's gonna try to take these down one at a time. You're gonna be here till the end of the match. You're gonna be here till past the end of the match. I know there's more important things going on. Well, there really isn't. Because the OSP team is mostly dead. The Solomons have been beaten up real bad. Oh my god. This Solomon in particular took way more damage while we were away and I was watching this thing. Waiting to see the death of a man. Yeah, in the meantime, the story has been 2 bulkers, or 4 bulkers, 2 bulker fleets engaged 2 Solomons and lost pretty severely. Especially thanks to the support from this missile Fricklop. I wasn't sure about this team just backing off like this and doing nothing but providing fire support with those missiles. I figured they'd be better off getting in the thick of things and shooting. But it worked out. It worked out real well for them. Come on. He's trying to be so careful. Please don't die. Crow X8, you have to live. Shiva, you have to live, actually. Crow X8 is definitely going to die. But Shiva needs to just run. I want to watch this thing explode. I know the game's over. I know the ANS is won. Well, maybe not. Look at that point disparity. They're definitely going to hold Bravo, but I think Papa J is going to take Charlie. Yeah. So ANS is won at this point, but I want to see this thing explode. Kyle getting gunned down in the mean streets of Aorta by the local police department, the fun police, the big ships. No one's allowed to exist near them. These things are so menacing. He's trying so hard to deal out more damage. Please, I want to watch you explode. Why is this player playing so well? He's so conscientious about the mines. Fuck this guy. Actually paying attention to what his ships are doing and microing his ships properly. I'm gonna watch you blow up. Yeah, seriously though, huge props to Wonderfish. Oh my god, that's Wonderfish. Wonderfish has played like 2 or 3 games total, by the way. And is playing exceptionally well. I mean, Solomon got shot up because he wasn't keeping it pointed correctly, but this thing? Nobody does this. People don't pay attention to their scouts. They're just like, go over here and look at shit. And then tab away and never look at them again, and they get blown up. But he's being so careful with this thing. I am super impressed. And that's it's gonna be Crow finished off. Got Papa John's over here. Oh, this is gonna be close.
The enemy
Even though they're up. This is actually coming down to the wire. This is the point where I'd normally call the game for one team or another and say, okay, it's time to tap out. But that's not happening. I honestly don't know who wins this. The ANS have obviously won an astounding military victory. Look at that. They lost 1 scout and 1 scout. And then one of the Solomons is going to need like 10 years in Space Dog to be back. Dread Moist. I hate that shit. To be back in the fight. Oh man, this is what I've been waiting for. Yes, there's sprint mines, baby. See, this would probably work against normal augers. All right, that's 1 ship down to the minefield. Shiva a damn near emperor in his palace. The other frigate armada coming in here. I'm sure this player's thinking, there's some mines over here. I can handle that with my RPF. I'll pop them off. Bro, you do not understand the depths of the madness of the goddess Shiva. See, yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's like, I can shoot these. It's just some mines. You're gonna be here all week shooting at these. You're gonna be here. This guy's gonna be in the next game, still shooting at these mines. It's gonna be a 5v4, and the entire job of this dude is gonna be shooting them. Is he firing missiles at the mines? Oh no, he's obviously firing missiles at the player ship. The sane thing to do. Of course, he's track firing them, so a lot of these are gonna slam into that rock. Ooh, not all of them though. Live! You have to live. I want to watch more people get blown up. Damn it. Oh, that's okay. That's a hell of a finish. Gets his comms popped off. Oh my God, what a finale. That's definitely gonna be the thumbnail, no doubt. Alright, I'm gonna dip back into the Discord for the AAR.
Could have won.
Good
Just be sitting
games.
Oh boy, that sucks.
That was silly.
That's very unfortunate, but also very comedic.
It is. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own action style.
Yeah, the real question is, no, it looks like it didn't count the damage it dealt to you as part of your damage dealt. I don't know, it might have. Because you only killed the sprinter and that Reigns. No, that's probably about 8k.
Well, I nuked the Dread Moist, and that's about
Wait.
it.
God, that was funny.
Waiting.
Okay, let me see.
Aussie Mutt, dude. Pretty good job.
Does this game region lock
No.
servers?
No, I don't think. I just think there's not that many.
No,
Oh.
it's all the servers are peer-to-peer as well. So these are all just hosted by people, which is changing soon. Actually, we tested the dedicated servers last week, and they went really well. So with the next update, Mezer's gonna be adding dedicated servers.
That's cool.
Nice.
Damn. Papa J, is he in here? No. Really good job with the Solomon 30k.
Wait,
Wow.
Wonderfish.
Did we have more than one?
Yeah, they had two.
Oh, we had two Solomons? Okay.
Yeah, the
I didn't know we had
Deadmau5,
two.
the Wonderfish,
Yeah, that's me.
and Papa J with the Varda.
Oh, okay.
Wonderfish, I was super impressed with your flying of your reins.
Doing tiny maneuvers to try and get around the mines.
Yeah. Yeah. because
I
most
almost
people
made it
just-
too.
Yeah, you did. Because most people will just like fire and forget their scout and be like, go over here. I don't want to pay attention to you. But I really
Well,
respect
I've got a
that.
jammer on it, so it's not so much that it's so that I go back and pay attention to it every so often. I've got to put a jammer on it.
Mad respect. That was a really good game.
Yeah, it was. That was fun.
Oh, Dark. Just a heads up. I bet you've been wondering why I've been seeing so many Rose Souls. It's a starter ship from.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned that in a comment. I read that.
I did.
I'm pretty sure it was you. It might have been someone else.
It might have been me. I am forgetful.
Alright, anyways, that's the end of the video, and we're going to go on to another one shortly after.